Okay. This is. I told you before, this is the series I planned on starting my Houston Astros series breakdown. And this was. I originally thought it was going to be a good series to start with because of the Rangers. I was honestly a bit nervous about going against the Rangers. They did beat us the first two series we played them against. I was hoping we could beat them this series, but oh man, this was even better. This was, not only did we beat them, we swept them. We got one game where we shut them out. We had a 15-5 game. It was a great series, okay? It was, okay. Not for Rangers fans. If you're a Ranger fan, it was a pretty disappointing series. You're like, oh my lord, I'm dying. But if you're an Astros fan, you're going, woo! Except for Altuve. Poor Altuve. He's on the IL. He's on the injured list. But I mean, Springer is the American League Player of the Week or Co-Player of the Week. This is. Oh, we had the pitcher Martin. He came out. Martin, my last name. Yes, he came out. He got his debut, and that was the 15-5 game. We had we have Verlander pitching. He did a great game. Garrett Cole did a good game. This was great series. Okay, time to break it down. Okay, this was probably the closest game. Game 1 of the series. This is probably the closest game. This is probably the one where the Rangers looked like they had the best chance of beating the Astros. Okay, yeah, we got the first run, but I mean, as you can see, the first 2.5 innings there was nothing. As you can see right there, and then Houston, the Astros, got the first run at the bottom of the third, and then the Rangers not only tied it, but got the lead at the top of the fourth. Then Houston tied at the bottom of the fifth. Then got one run lead at the bottom of the sixth. And at the bottom of the eighth, they doubled their lead to 4-2 or 2-4 because they're the away team, we're the home team. And well, we ended up winning 2-4. Now we had 9 total hits. We did have an error, but yeah. In game 2, this is probably the only other close game. We almost got a no-hitter. The Rangers got 2 hits, I believe. Yeah, they got 2 hits, almost a no-hitter. Last one they got 3 hits and 1 error. We got 1 error, so one of their bases was an error. Now, this was the game. The next game, we just completely shut them out. They didn't score the entire game. We scored a run at the bottom of the third, and at the bottom of the seventh, we scored 2 more. Okay? But, you know what? That's that. The game got exciting when it got to game 3 of the series. We won 11-4. Okay? Yes, they got the lead. The Rangers had the lead once. Okay, they had the lead at the top of the second, but then at the bottom of the fourth, we tied it. Bottom of the fifth, we got the lead, and then at the bottom of the sixth, we got 4 runs. Bottom of the sixth, we got the same number of runs as they got. What was it? Total runs. Yeah, total runs. Okay, and then they got 3 runs, and they're like, "Oh, we're back in the game," and the Astros like, "Nope." 3 runs, we're winning. 2 runs, dominant game. Oh, 4-11. You thought you were going to beat us, Rangers? Hell no. And it didn't end there. The best game yet. 15-5. This is the one where we had the pitcher come out. He came out. This was Mother's Day. Springer got multiple home runs. Bregman got multiple home runs. Bregman got like a 3-run home run and a 2-run home run. This was Houston. We scored at the bottom of the first. Springer got a leadoff homer. This is what he does best. This is what he does all the time. Okay, not all the time, but he does this quite a bit. This is what he's known for. Springer Dinger, leadoff homer. And then 3 runs at the bottom of the second. We gave the Rangers a run. They got a homer. It was a homer at the top of the third. And then bottom of the fourth, 2 runs. Bottom of the fifth, 4 runs. They got 2 runs at the top of the sixth. Bottom of the sixth, 5 runs. And then top of the ninth, they got 2 runs for 15. We got 15 runs on them. It was 15-5. This was a great series. We won this series. We swept them 4-2-0. Okay. Now, though, I didn't get into too much detail about each game, about what happened really about each game. You can look up the highlights if you want each one. It's amazing. But you know what? Here we go. These are a little bit detail about. Let's go. Okay, well first, from a memorable history-making weekend of baseball at Minute Maid Park. This is where we get into the detail. The routine is excellent. George Springer said his extraordinary Sunday. He is the first player in Astros history to record 5 hits and 5 runs in the same game. Oh wait, this was that 15-5 game. Oh wait, he went 5 for 5, and he got 5 runs in. He ran in every time he got on bat, and every time he went up to bat, he got on base or hit a homer. He was 5 for 5 on Sunday, Mother's Day Sunday. It was amazing. Okay, is a product of the same routine he uses every day. Springer now has 29 career leadoff homers. Like I said, this is what he does. Oh, and 10 of them have come against the Rangers. The most of any player against any opponent, save Ricky Henderson's even dozen against Cleveland. Alright. But Springer's about to pass that up. Now for the homestand, that ended with Sunday's 15-5 victory over the Rangers. Springer had 3 leadoff home runs and 10 runs scored. He now has 5 games with at least 4 hits and 4 runs, surpassing Craig Biggio. He surpassed Biggio in this for the team lead in that category. He surpassed Biggio. Okay? He is the 2017 World Series MVP. Now, he improved his batting average to .321 with a 660 slugging percentage and an on-base percentage at 1.6060. It's the same thing every day, making sure I stick with my routine and have my talks with Michael Brantley and understanding that I have to do and not getting too high, not getting too low, Springer said. I understand now that this is a really, really hard game to play, and that I have to take positives home with me every day. Detroit, after hitting 5 home runs, slugging at 1.148 across his last 6 games, George Springer garnered Co-American League Player of the Week honors on Monday. Like I said, he was Player of the Week, Co-American League Players of the Week. Now Springer split the award with former Astros right-hander Mike Fiers, who threw the second no-hitter on his career on Tuesday. Remember, I did that video, Mike Fiers. He threw that no-hitter, amazing no-hitter. It was a great game. And now in Oakland Athletic, Fiers threw a no-hitter in 2015 in Minute Maid Park against the Dodgers. Also, in Game 1, we talk about, we know about that save that that one player did to save the no-hitter. Well, there was another great save that it was Reddick or Murray, but it was a great catch. Like, first off, there was a hit, it was flying over, and then he didn't judge it right and went past. But in the next hit, it was going to be 3 runs. It would have passed the Astros. They would have had taken the lead 5-4. He jumped up and he did a great catch, robbed the home run, and he got the save and saved the Astros. He helped us win. Okay? And he got another great catch the next game, but then the next time was hit at him, it finally went over him. Now, let's keep reading this. 3 of Springer's 5 home runs last week led off games. 3 of the 5 home runs led off games. He scored an American League high of 10 runs, drove in 10 more, and accrued 1.711 OPS and 27 at-bats. Springer entered Monday's series opener against the Tigers atop the AL leaderboard and OPS 1.060, home runs 15, and slugging percentage 660. He and teammate Michael Brantley are tied for the league lead with 51 hits. Springer's 2.5 FWAR is tied with Mike Trout for the American League 2. In Sunday's 15-5 win against the Rangers, Springer went 5 for 5 with 2 home runs, 3 singles, and 5 runs scored. He is the first player in Astros history to miss 5 hits and score 5 runs in the same game. Only 2 others leadoff hitters in Major League history, Matt Carpenter and Tim Teufel, ever had a game of 5 hits, 2 home runs, and 5 runs scored. So, he is only the 3rd player in history. He is the 1st player in Astros history, but 3rd player in MLB history. Now, let's keep on reading, because this is a lot. The quarter mark of the Houston Astros 2019 season came about midway through their Sunday, May 12th game with the Texas Rangers at Minute Maid Park. The Astros spanked Texas 15-5 for the 5th consecutive win, and the Rangers will scurry back to Arlington with a sorrowful tail between their legs. Houston swept the 4-game series and now roost atop the American League West by 6.5 games over Los Angeles Angels. Yeah, the Astros are the only team with a winning record right now. Okay, so we have a good lead in the American League West. The Astros, eager to avoid showing intra-divisional bias, stuffed the Rangers into the nearest Otis elevator, pushed the down button, and hurled Arlington's finest into the cellar. Now, unlike an oily game show host, the Astros waved bye-bye to the Rangers with a suitably smarmy "thanks for playing," while loading each of them down with home versions of the Astros divisional Monopoly game. In the 4-game series, the Astros said, "Good day, sir," to the Rangers by doubling their hit total 46-23. Unsure that they got their message across, the Astros then doubled down by tripling the Texas run total 33-11. "I said good day, sir." Several of the Astros position players have offensive numbers at the season's quarter mark that appear to have swollen to the size of a mid-season edema. There are even a few who have numbers accumulated to the point that some players would be happy to take to their agents at season's end. Now, it's the Springer Bringer. George Springer, with his mom in tow for the Mother's Day Series final, proceeded to impress with a symmetrical 5-for-5 with 2 dingers, 2 Springer dingers. Don't know why he didn't put Springer in front of it, because the Springer dingers, 4 RBIs and 5 runs scored. Became the first player in Houston franchise history to have 5 hits and 5 runs scored in the same game. It's pretty special, Springer said humbly after the game. There's some great, extraordinary players to come through this organization, so I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to help us win. With me scoring runs, it means the guys behind me did their job as well. Speaking of special, Springer brings numbers like these at the quarter mark. A slash line of 321, 400, and 660 with 9 doubles, 15 homers to lead the American League in 37 RBIs. Also tops in the American League in 41 games. Springer's slugging percentage and OPS also lead the league coming into games of May 13th. During the Astros' 5-game winning streak, is brutalizing opposing moundsmen to the tune of 550, 565, 1.200 with 4 homers and 7 RBIs. Springer is 29. Thought by many to be around the age many athletes are in their prime and at the top of their game, where ability finally merges with experience. And then Bregman heats up, 4 years younger than third baseman Alex. 4 years younger is third baseman Alex Bregman, another of a handful of Astros players who had proud mothers in attendance. Sunday, last year's All-Star Game MVP, also got AL MVP votes at season's end. He may get more this year with quartermark numbers like these. Bregman used Mother's Day to snap out a 3 for 18 slump by going 3-4-5 with a 2-run homer and a 3-run job for a career high, tying 5 RBIs. He now has 6 round trippers and 17 RBIs in his last 10 games, including 2 multi-homer games in that stretch. Bregman has reached base in 23 consecutive games. Sharing the love while hammering down the winning talking points, Bregman offered, "I'm happy to be able to contribute to help us win," he said prior to greeting his mother and visiting ball-playing brother AJ at the game. "We had a great homestand, a lot of wins, and we're moving in the right direction." I was super excited to see Springer go off today. That's what's so great about this team, is the other night we had 3 solo homers, 7, 8, 9 in that order. I'm just happy to be able to contribute and help us win games. To date, Bregman totals 12 home runs, 31 RBIs, and a growing 277, 391, 577 slash line. His 968 OPS is good for a 6th place tie in the AL, knotted with teammate Michael Brantley. Houston's recent acquired left-handed middle-of-the-order bat has become a welcome clubhouse voice of wisdom and experience to the younger Stros. His consistent contact rates and legitimate power presence have led to a 3.31, 3.77, 5.91 line. His average ranked 3rd in the AL, while his slugging comes in 5th. Brantley's 10 home runs at the quarter mark put him on pace to double his career high 20 bombs in 2014. His 4th full season with the Cleveland Indians. In fact, his 51 hits now threaten his career high 200 hit total of that same season, if he keeps up this pace. Now, brother from another mother who was also at Sunday's game, Carlos Correa. Houston's do everything, sometimes sprawling and leaping shortstop, also has some offensive numbers other teams find so offensive they hold their noses. Correa comes to the party with a healthy 298, 363, 567 line, with a slugging percentage at 930. OPS both ranking 9th in the AL. His 9 home runs and 24 RBIs extrapolate out to a year in total of 36 and 96 RBIs if he hangs onto a similar pace. As manager AJ Hinch said after Sunday's game, this is a really good offense, and we put up at-bats like that. And when we put up at-bats like that, it's really tough to get through. When you put up that many hits and that many runs, it takes a little bit of everybody. A little bit of everybody with a blue and orange star on their caps may just end up clogging the year-end MVP voting ballot, leaving other teams wondering what the H is going on. And that wasn't even everything. They didn't even show everything there. Wait, there was, like I said, Martin, who had his major league debut in that 15-5 game. It was wonderful. He has my name, Martin, Trey Martin, and he did great. He did the Martin name proud. I don't think I'm related to him, but you know, still Martin. So who cares? Now, the Astros went 4-0. We swept the Rangers, and it wasn't a sweep in a 3-game series. It wasn't a sweep in a 2-game series. It was a sweep in a 4-game series. Payback for the first 2 series we played them where they beat us. We swept them this series in a 4-game series. The Astros are doing really well right now. The only bad news that I can come up with at this moment is we do not have Altuve. He did a hit and he left hamstring injury. He got on base. He ran, he beat the guy, he was safe, he beat the throw, but he got injured and he was taken out the game, and we are not sure when he's going to return. We want Altuve really healthy for late in the season and in the postseason for when it matters the most. Okay? But for now, yeah, it's sad. It really is a bit sad. Altuve, that's the only bad news I can come up with right now. Altuve is on the injured list. But other than that, this week has been nothing but good news for the Houston Astros. Don't know how long this video was. It's probably pretty long. It was an exciting 4-game series. A great start to my Astros series breakdowns. This is Trey with Texas Sports TV, signing off.